What is up, Twitch? What is up, YouTube? We are back in the raceway. That's right. W.
To learn more about driving, talk to the Toy Box Speedway host.
I think we should talk to the Toy Box Speedway host. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some settings here.
Are you ready to master driving?
I am.
Hop in the car to get started.
One second here, chat, while I just look at something real quick. W. Alright, we're good to go. So we're back. We're back in the Speedway. Last time we had the probably worst races I've ever had in the history of playing Disney Infinity. And I have been playing this game for 10 years now. And I've never, ever
give this a try.
Experienced as worse of a race as we did with this Grand Prix 3. Like, it was horrible. So if you want to go see that, go check out the first episode of the Speedway. If you want to see me completely just crash out over the insane RNG. But today we're here to get these other trophies here and kind of fill out the space. So let's do it. I think what needs to be done, since there's only 2 medallions there and not for the timed race ones, I think the rest of them are timed, or they might be the single races. And after last time's races, we went back to the OG car. So let's do this time trial. Just to check it out, see if it's even what we're looking for, and if it is, we'll continue to do it. I can see we have all these things here. I think we also have it over here as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And we can also see the medallions that we need to collect in the races. So, but yeah, I think the other trophies are the time, because it has to be, otherwise this timed race is not even, it's not even relevant if it doesn't have a trophy. So, Agrabah Speedway, first one. We're looking for 1 medallion. We don't know where it is, but we'll figure it out. Oh yeah, and we got a new character too. Minnie Mouse, of course. We have to play as Minnie Mouse because she and Mickey are fighting for first place and to be the champion of this race, to get all that nice real estate. Or at least, you know, Minnie here is trying to get a nice bouquet of flowers. So we're going to see if we can't get that for her today without crashing out. Literally and figuratively and mentally. Oh my gosh, we're the only person? This is amazing. This is going to go so well. Now you'll be able to see my driving skills for real. Just a quick little trick right here. See, this is what I like. I like racing. I don't like the battle races. If you go back and you watch the first episode, the first VOD, which is on my YouTube channel, Anemoic Gaming, it'll also be available on Twitch as a VOD as well. You can see that we did not do very well at the battle races. We did not do good. And that's because I never play them, because I think that the battle races are only in existence because of Mario Kart. Not sponsored, and are not actually, like, I don't know, they're not my favorite way of racing, because again, like, you're trying to just have fun and race and get first place, and now you're having to focus on all these other things. You're having to focus on all these other components and, like, not getting hit, and you have to be in first place like 100% of the time with some distance in between you and second place. Otherwise, you're gonna just completely just grab the attention of all the NPCs. Like, they're all just gonna go after you. What the heck was that? Why did that happen? My time. We're going this way because we're trying to find that last medallion, right? So we know it's not right. So it has to be left. And we keep taking that shortcut, so maybe it's over here? No. Well, we'll keep searching because we need to get that last medallion if we want to 100% this track. Let's try over here. If not, we'll go middle. I don't see it above me. I actually might have an idea of where it is. I think I saw a hallway that it might be in towards the left, but I'm not sure what that might be, like how to get there. It also could be far, far to the left over there as well. That is a total possibility. And we just missed it. So, we'll see. We're racing Mater's Ghost, apparently. But I can't really see him, so I assume that we're doing good. I'm just gonna go this way and not try to mess with that shortcut. Like, the shortcuts are good, but like unless you're really, really good at them to where you don't like turn your wheels or flip or hit the walls, like those shortcuts are kind of not good. I'm looking. See that hallway right there, chat? I think that might have been where it was.
I didn't know it would be so high.
Alright, let's check our time, see if we got first place. Or like the target speed. I don't see the medallion over there. Okay, so we're in the green. We're in the green by a whole 13 seconds. What does that mean for us? What does that mean? How we doing today, chat? We got any plans? Oy. Yeah, if you see this video and you want to be a part of the chat, I'm kind of posting every other day now. So on the opposite days of when I post, I will most likely be streaming on Twitch at Anemoic Gaming. So if you want to catch this live and chat with me as we're kind of going through and doing things, head on over because chat's looking a little bit light right now. Okay, did that get us something? It did. So what is this? Is it just one? Oh no. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Please tell me I got the battle one, please. Please. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Seeing that we have to do the battle race again. That's so interesting. So why don't we have to... I see, because these are the Grand Prix and that's just the normal race. Yeah, that's right, Minnie. That's how I feel. So there's no such thing as a timed Grand Prix. Although I feel like there should be. Well, I don't want to race with other people right now. So we're going to keep doing these time trials because I don't think I'm ready to really face other racers right now. Just because of what happened last time. All right. We got all the coins on this one, so this one's purely about speed.
Time to race.
Okay, Mickey. I hope to see you at the finish line. can eat my dust as I go by. What a lovely day. Isn't this relaxing, chat? Like, this is the kind of content that you want to see. You know, not the battle race things. We don't want to see that. Like, I know that that's kind of like more unpredictable, but this is nice. This is nice. Just a nice, easy drive, speed, uninterrupted, no crashing, being really good at the game. You want to see me be good at the game, chat. You don't want to see me get completely ran over and crashing out. That's not what you want to see. I know what you want to see, chat. Don't worry. I got you. Look at these turns. It's a whole 7 seconds ahead. It's about to be 14 seconds ahead, if I don't mind if I do. It's funny when you race too, because sometimes the dialogue is like specific to what's going on, but sometimes if you boost at the same time that the dialogue happens, like the dialogue sounds like super far behind you. Like you hit like the action box or whatever to say the dialogue, and then now it's behind you because you're going so fast. That's just in my experience. I wonder if the people have different experiences playing this game. If they were like a PS3, PS4 user. I don't think it came on PS3. PS4. PS4 users. Maybe PS3 actually. Like I wonder if they had a different experience playing than the Xbox. I mean, I was an Xbox 360 kid, like I've said before. Even like the Wii U, like Disney 1.0 was available on the Wii U. So even those people, I wonder if they had a different experience playing this game. As far as like, you know, maybe the driving or other mechanics, you know. I wonder if it was like as smooth as what this is, or if maybe it was a little different. Or, you know, sometimes as well, like, you know, it often happens with like the 3DS. Because I know that they made Disney Infinity 1.0 for 3DS 2, which I have. And that's a little bit different than the console versions because of just the nature of what the 3DS is able to do versus like what a Xbox 360 is able to do. So like, you know, in terms of major story differences, I wonder like how much that actually comes into effect. Or just like, you know, gameplay differences. W, bro. Look at that time difference. I'm obviously racing Mater from the first movie and not when he was a spy, because if he was a spy, he would have completely smoked me. You know, with his rocket abilities. I wonder who came up with the concepts for the different play sets, you know? Because like this playset necessarily doesn't promote any sort of movie, you know? So like, you know, and they already had racing in the game, so I wonder what, you know, inspired them to sit down and say, well, let's make it a dedicated racing playset. You know? Alright, one medallion. uno medallones to find. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Arendelle. I was just thinking about this would be really fun with friends.
Here we go.
Like I wish there was still the ability to play with people, because I would love to play Disney Infinity with my friends. But a lot of my friends that I like to play with usually are out of state. So I don't really get to play with them as much, just because of like the time differences and stuff like that. But like I would love to be able to play with them in this game particularly still. I know on PC version, like I haven't figured out where. I mean, it's obviously probably somewhere attached to Main Street somewhere. But I know that there's still community events and people playing stuff going on, but I don't know if that's just like an event that's happening and that you play solo, or if like people are actually still playing together. Because that part I don't know. I actually wouldn't expect it to be that way, simply on account of that the servers have been shut down. So I don't even think that there's anything to support that multiplayer feature. But yeah, I would love to play this game with people again, because you know, it's one thing to play solo, and like, don't get me wrong, like I majority of the time, especially as a kid as well, I would play this game solo. But there's a certain charm to playing it with people, you know, that you just don't get anymore, because it's all just you know. Oh my gosh, Mater. Gotta beat him, gotta beat him, gotta beat him. Get in the green. Okay, we have some more time. What?
To go.
Dude. Alright. Lock in. Where's this last coin? I'll be honest. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. No one's seen him. Like, where is he? Oh, I know where it is. It's gotta be between the legs. It's not. It wasn't between the legs. Over here. Yes. I don't even care if he beats me on this one, because actually I think I have to beat him, otherwise I might be in the green, because I'm not going to be 2 out of 3. Come on. Green? Green? We got the medallion. That's a W in my books. Green? Why? What? Are you still calculating? Green. I still beat him overall, so I think we're good. I think that's what it is. It takes your average from all 3 laps, and if you had an average of being faster than him, then you win. So I had an average of 1 second, which is crazy. W coinage. Yeah, so today I think that we're gonna finish up getting all those medallions for sure. We might even 100% this thing today, to be honest. So lock in, people, because we're in for a ride today. No pun intended. I don't think I'm gonna break out any other special cars just because of the last episode's fiasco. But if you have any suggestions, let me know, because I have any vehicle that you remember being in this game, I can play it. So, alright, I'm gonna do one more time trial race and then maybe consider doing another one. 2 coins here. This is gonna be difficult. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get all the coins today though, because you know, even if we did all the time trial ones that didn't get all the coins, like we're gonna use these races to kind of locate where these coins are, and then get them in ensuing races in the future. So. Mystery Shack. Okay.
Are you ready?
I am. It's definitely going to be easier to get the coins in this one though, because it is just you, and nobody's going to like mess up your mojo as you're going along. Okay, I know that I saw one previously in the sky somewhere. No idea how you're supposed to get that one. I think another one might be in this barrel thingy. Ha! Nope. Worth a shot. Okay, so we know it's not that way, so we'll take the shortcut next time. I'm not gonna jump and take the shortcut over there because we know that there's not one over there. Unless I see him do it. No. Hello, we're flying. Here's another shortcut here. Still no coins, medallions, whatever we're calling these things. I think we definitely lost this lap. Yeah. Ooh, gosh. We need to make up for this. 3 seconds is bad. What about this way? Ooh, yeah, don't go this way. What the heck? No medallion either. Where are these things, bro? Where's Mater? Are we in front of him? I hope we are. Yeah, somewhere over here, there's a medallion in the sky. I don't see it yet. I hope we're in front of Mater. Oh no. We need to beat him by like a lot. Otherwise, we're not going to get this one. Oh, we're done for. We're done for. Yep, we're done for. We're done for. So we didn't win this one, and I don't see the medallions. Genuinely. That's strange. Okay, we'll run this one back though. I was gonna say lap 3, I beat him by 3 seconds? I don't think I did. I also wish there was a way that you could like run it back right from then and there, you know? Gosh, where would the coins be? Where would they be, you know? Because I know that I saw like in the air somewhere above like the shortcut where you jump across off the pier onto the land, like in the air going the opposite direction after you, it's confusing, but it's in the air. And I didn't see it. I don't know when that one comes into play. I like the yellow one. It matches my shoes. Okay, let's turn that one back. And let's just race. And keep an eye out for the medallions, but I don't know if we're gonna go for the medallions because we gotta get this time going. And I think Mater's actually getting better as we go along. Because he's making smart decisions, I can see him. I'm looking for the coin. Ugh. Where could it be?
Are you ready?
I don't know.
This is wonderful.
I don't know where it could be. Billy just drove on the walls. Let's look this way. I'm looking like off-road. That was a bad decision. There's one. I see it. Okay, so there's one in the tree. In the tree log right there. And so then the other one's in the air, because we have one. Unless it could be this way. Which I don't see. Looking for the coin. Left. Oh my gosh. No, not left. Right. It's right there. I know it. I missed that, but I know it. I saw a path that went off to the right.
Left. Hurry!
So that's where we need to go. Because that's a path that we haven't taken. So arguably the coin is there. The key is going to just be not crashing and losing our time because we have not taken it before. And we don't know. Okay, no coin. We got that one. So we got 2 out of 3 now. I thought that side road would take me on a jump that would put me in the air to get the coin. Because that's kind of around where I thought I saw the coin in the air last time. So, good news is that we got one. So we only got one more to go and we aced that one. We can move on from that race. Yeah, so I hope you guys are kind of enjoying this series. Yeah, you know, because what I'm kind of wanting to do is just kind of revisit all the Disney Infinity content and all that it has to offer. Right now, I'm just in 3.0, but I'm definitely going to go to 2.0 and to 1.0, depending on what you guys want to see. So if you guys want to see a specific playset or a specific something in any of the other toy box hubs or anything like that, just let me know, you know, because I want to play it all, and I want it to be out there because there's not a lot of easy to find Disney Infinity gameplay content, at least not from what I've seen, of just playing the game. And I think that's because this game kind of ended before streaming console games was a big thing. So because it was out before, I think that's why. And so if people were to go and to revisit it now, it might be kind of hit or miss on the audience engagement. But I think that there's a huge Disney Infinity community out there who really wants to just have this content, who just wants to see this content, because they love playing the game themselves, and maybe they want to see somebody else play it and point out certain things and stuff that maybe they didn't know about the game. Or maybe if you have a lot of experience playing Disney Infinity, maybe you can point some things out to me that I can experience and share with other people. So that's really the goal of this channel, or this series right now on this channel, is just I want to play games that I truly love to play, and I literally could play Disney Infinity for days on end. And I do love playing other kind of games. I know that Repo is really popular right now, but I also really love playing Lethal Company. Like, that's one of my favorite, just kind of like games to just zone out on. And I want to make more content like that, and I know that not necessarily that's kind of like the YouTube market, or that's like what's popular, or that's what's going to get you the most views, but I don't know. I really don't want to just continue chasing whatever's popular and have that be super fleeting and not be able to really enjoy it, because I know that some YouTubers out there do that, and that's admirable, and that's great for them, but like that's gotta be so exhausting, just never really playing the games that you want to play and always just playing games that are recommended. I mean maybe somebody out there really loves just new content and doesn't really like to go really in depth with games and just wants to pump out, like, that's great. But like I want to play the games that I want to play, and I want to share it with the world and to share my love for these games for the world, even if it's not like the most popular videos out there. So that's my goal. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's lots of games and stuff like out there that are popular right now that I really want to play, like Schedule 1. I want to play Schedule 1. But I'm doing this right now because everybody's playing Schedule 1, and there's so much content out there that you guys aren't really going to see my content above the people that you already know and love who are playing Schedule 1. So that's why we're playing Disney Infinity, because nobody else is playing Disney Infinity right now, except me. That was sick.
Watch out, everyone. Here I
That was sick. And like, I want to make more short form content. Like, I want to make, kind of like highlight 20-minute videos of these VODs and stuff like that. But again, that's just a lot of work for somebody who's making and editing the content. And like, I'm not saying that I'm not up for the work, like I am, but at the same time, like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so I'm gonna sit on a 20-minute video and take 3 days, 3 full 24-hour days editing those videos to make it perfect and to make it the most reachable, so that it maximizes the amount of people who can see it. And like, it's like a full-time job, and I can't really kind of afford that kind of time right now. I miss that, but hopefully I'm okay. But maybe in the future. Maybe in the future I'll make some kind of like highlight video. Maybe like a monthly recap or something like that, for these VODs that I'm doing, so that you guys can kind of pick and choose, like use that video to kind of see what's in the VODs, and if you like what you see, then you can go back and watch the full VOD. So yeah, just different ideas, because like I'm still really new at this, and hopefully that you'll see in my latest video, the Twilight of the Republic playset is better than I remember. That video with Anakin Skywalker as the thumbnail. Hopefully you can kind of see the equality improve from my last couple of VODs, because I'm learning the process, and it's really kind of hit or miss, because like I can record something for 20 minutes to like test if my settings are good or my sound levels are good or whatever, but you know, the real test is if it is consistent across, like, say, like, you know, the hour, 2 hours that I'm playing and streaming these VODs, to see if it actually holds up for the test of time. If it's any good, you know, and it's been kind of hit or miss the first couple ones, but I think I've kind of smoothed it out a little bit so that hopefully the quality's better and more enjoyable for you guys, so that you guys don't have to sit through a crappy quality VOD, because I wouldn't sit through a crappy recorded VOD that you can't hear the guy talking, you know. So and it's kind of sad, you know, because then those VODs are like that, and you know, there's not much that you can do if it wasn't captured properly, and so there's a lot that goes into it that I'm still figuring out, but I want to get better at it, get it more streamlined, and like I said, share this content with the world, because I mean, for sure, I know that there's a whole community out there that loves this kind of content and wants to see it, but I also want to bring more people into the community to see this kind of content, and especially for like a lot of the newer, you know, generations nowadays, like they didn't grow up with this like I did, and so they're not gonna have this experience, and I think that this really is a game that is worth sharing, that is worth people having in their lives, because it is just such a, I don't know, it's such a generational kind of game, because this whole toys to life kind of thing, you know, what was it, Skylanders? They did that, right? So did Disney Infinity, but not many people hopped on this bandwagon, and so, you know, for the kids out there who are just kind of like playing Fortnite and, you know, Minecraft and all that kind of like this, like they don't have the experience of going to your, you know, closest Walmart or Target and hoping and, you know, praying that they have, you know, still stock of the newest figure that just came out that you really want to play, and, you know, finding it and taking it home and cracking it open and leveling up. Like, oh, even talking about it like just brings back a swell of memories. Just so, I don't know, warm fuzzy memories of playing this game. And like now that it's been, I don't know, 10 years, and I haven't really had the, you know, I haven't really had the experience of going to the actual store and getting a new piece of you know, a new character, a new power to set up. Like, I don't know, it's just, I miss it because it's so nostalgic, and I miss it, you know, because especially towards the end, as Disney Infinity had been canceled and I was trying to quickly collect the rest of the characters and playsets and stuff. I think I had most of all the playsets, but I didn't have all the characters yet, and I was trying to get the rest of the collection before the prices went up, because they were harder to find, which did happen for a while. Now it's kind of settled down. You can probably get new characters for like under $10, which is like less than what they were in the store, but a lot of the stuff that I collected towards the end was just all online or secondhand, you know, and it wasn't, they weren't brand new characters by any means, and so it wasn't me going to the store and finding the little cardboard plastic, you know, container that they're in and ripping it open and putting the card in a special place if I ever wanted to play the iPad version or whatever, you know. So it's such fond memories, and only people of my generation really got to experience that. Like, you know, my parents didn't have anything like this, and then everybody who was after, you know, me and the people in this generation never are ever going to experience that, because like I don't think people are ever going to jump on this Toys to Life bandwagon again. And so it's just so unique, you know, and people need to see that. People need to see this game and to know that I am playing on the Xbox 360, which is a super old console. And because I am playing with the actual base and the actual figures, because that's the whole point of the game. And like I want people to see this game, and maybe they're gonna be like, yeah, this game, you know, it doesn't have the best graphics, or oh, what's the point of this game, like, oh, it kind of looks, you know, this, that, or the other thing, or oh, what's this game, you know, is this like some new Disney game? And it's like, no, this is Disney Infinity, you know. And like, oh, well, what's that? And then they look into it and they see all this stuff, and you know, hopefully that inspires somebody else to kind of get into this game, because I don't know. There's just something about it. There's just something about, I don't know. There's just something about it. Magical, perhaps? I don't know. There's something magical about this game. I can't put my finger on it. It's a sense of accomplishment with which I am feeling currently. It's a sense of accomplishment because every day somebody out there is playing a video game, right? And when they finish, they save and they close it down, and everything that they've done is either on their console or it's on their laptop, right? Depending on what you do. And here, with any kind of game like this, and specifically I'm going to say with Disney Infinity, you shut off the game and you look down and there's the character you were just playing as this collectible, as this iconic collectible action figure display piece that you get to take back into your room and display. And it's a cool piece of memorabilia, but it has function and it has value, and it just comes to life for you because you're like, well, I'm playing as Minnie, but who would know that Minnie can drive a mean car and have a handbag that's like Thor's hammer, like, you know, that's awesome. Anyways, I digress, but you know, the whole point of my conversation is just like I love this game. I love all the Disney Infinity games. And so when I say I love this game, I mean I love Disney Infinity, which means 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. And I want other people to see that I love this game and know that I have a respect for this game and want to have that too, you know, and want to experience that too. It was kind of the thing. I was speaking to a group of people not too long ago, and they asked me. They said, "What's a fact about you that not many people know about you? You know, like what's something, you know, kind of like one of those icebreaker questions. Or like, what's something about you that, you know, not many people know about?" And I hate those questions because you're always put on the spot, and so unless you are like, you know, prepared beforehand or like was thinking about it beforehand, like you're never gonna have any kind of good answer. And like I always feel like if I actually give an answer that is kind of like nerdy, like what's that gonna be, like, you know, are they gonna think something, you know, I get kind of self-conscious about it. But you know, I thought about it and I started talking about Disney Infinity, right? Because it's a part of, you know, who I am, you know, and it's a part of something that I truly enjoy. And I said, I opened up and I said, does anyone remember that old, early, you know, 2010s game, Disney Infinity. And these group of people were kind of like around the same age that I am. And everyone in the room was like, oh, yeah, like, I love that game. Oh, that game is so fun, yeah. And I want to talk about, you know, that I really love it and that, you know, I spent a lot of time and effort to get the collection and all kinds of stuff like that. But the point being is that I thought it was kind of like a dead game, you know, like nobody really liked it except me. And then so by saying that out there, like I saw that these people had the same kind of fond memories that I did, and everybody in that room from all different backgrounds played this game, and that kind of opened a door for me. That kind of opened a door for me to realize that, you know, there's people out there who maybe went to a friend's house and played it but never had it for themselves, that really enjoyed it and remembers it and has fond memories of it. That, you know, it's not just kind of like a thing of the past that people kind of like think is silly or kiddish. It's like it's a fondly remembered game. So that kind of opened a door for me to kind of talk about it, but also to kind of ultimately decide to start playing it and recording it, you know, because, you know, I'm going to be playing this game anyways, so might as well share it with people so that they can play it too if they don't have the game anymore, you know? Like if they used to play it as a kid but they sold their collection or donated it, and it's like, you know, for people who maybe don't have access to it anymore, like I want to share it with them so that they can remember playing this. Or, you know, what I'm really, really excited about, and I really hope that people, you know, let me know in the comments about is like if you played this game and enjoyed it but never played the Speedway, you know, never played the Toy Box Speedway, like let me know and like tell me what you think about it, and like tell me like, would you have enjoyed this as a kid? Like, do you wish that you would have, you know, had it as a kid? Or like, you know, like I want to know these things, you know, because everybody's experience with it has got to be different, you know. And I think it's so crazy about this game because, like, I was just looking at, you know, my my Twitch stream over here, and I'm like, you know, we've been playing racing for like almost an hour, and I'm like, I could maybe use a break from racing, and the fact that I, without having to boot up a completely different game, could just switch out a few pieces on the base and be playing a Star Wars game. Or, you know, could be brawling in a Marvel arena, like, you know, or if I wanted to switch out the game, like, I could, you know, be in the Wild West, or I could be sailing the high seas, like, all these things. I really, 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 like, I mean, here's my hot take, like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love all the Disney Infinities. I think they all have great qualities. I definitely think that probably 2.0 is the weaker of the bunch, and I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that, you know, because their big thing was bringing Marvel, and that's freaking amazing, and I would play Spider-Man for hours. W character. But I definitely think it's, you know, one of the weaker ones, because the best thing about it is, about 2.0 as a whole, is the Spider-Man symbiote, or maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy one too, but Spider-Man symbiote playset, and just being in New York as Spider-Man swinging around. Like that in my opinion is the best part of 2.0. I really actually think that the 2.0 hub is one of the better hubs though. Like, I've never actually thought about this before, but I'm just now thinking about it, and like the whole, you know, because it's basically like the 3.0 hub with a few different like cosmetic things, like, you know, you got Agrabah and you got Main Street, but you can build in it like you could in 1.0, right? So 2.0 has great qualities, but I definitely think it was the weaker of the two, because I think its main focus and its entire selling point was, we have Marvel now, you know? versus in 1.0, like, yeah, the game's starting out and it doesn't have like a lot of the nice, like, you know, cosmetics or, you know, things to do as like 3.0 or maybe even 2.0 has. But like, it had, oh my gosh, I'm sucking. It had the Incredibles toy playset. Like, it completely boggles my mind. It completely boggles my mind that the Pirates of the Caribbean playset, the Monsters University playset, and the Incredibles playset, which are 3 of the best Disney Infinity playsets in my opinion, are all in the same piece. Like, all that data is in the same piece. Which I'm like thinking about like this Raceway one, and I'm like, holy cow, there could have been so much more to this, because look at how much information. Like, the point about like the Pirates of the Caribbean one, that you could like to get to the different places, and they totally could have just done a loading screen, but they put in the game mechanic that you could actually sail to the different cities and stuff like that. With there's no loading screens in the Pirates of the Caribbean one, like that I can really think about. Like, there's no loading screens, and that's insane. Like, that's got to be a huge game file, and to think that there's 2 other like amazing, you know, oh crap, games just packed into there is crazy. The Lone Ranger playset is also one of the greatest playsets, and maybe that's just because I'm a sucker for westerns, but like, there's not a whole lot to do in there after you complete the story, but like, I just love booting it up and just walking around and, you know, jumping on the train and riding a horse, and, you know, so 1.0 is definitely, I think, one of my, is it my favorite one? I have to think about it, because my favorite characters to play as would be the Mad Hatter, and Spider-Man. Who else do I love to play as? But like, a lot of my favorite characters are 3.0 characters. And so to say that 1.0 is my favorite Disney Infinity means that I can't play as those characters, which is really kind of a bummer. And like, 3.0 just has way smoother mechanics overall, and like, it offers a lot more just because they made more content for it. But 1.0 is just like, yeah, just because of the quality and the size of the playsets. Like, we finished Twilight of the Republic in 2 episodes. Like, it took less than like 4 hours to play all that. Like, just a third of the first playset that came with the base pack, with the Incredibles, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and Monsters University. Just one of those probably takes like closer to 6. And the worlds are so much larger, and, you know, I definitely play 1.0 for the playsets though, you know, and I definitely feel like I played 3.0 more for the cosmetic stuff, like for the toy boxes and the stuff that you could build in the worlds, and the toy box interior. Like, I definitely played that more in 3.0, and I wouldn't really play it that much in any of the earlier ones. So they all have their perks, but I definitely think that 1.0 and 3.0 are definitely some of my favorites. And oh my goodness, if they would have made, like, I would personally like find a way to finance Disney 4.0, because I want 4.0 so bad. You know, I know that it's never ever gonna happen, unless somebody bought the licensing rights for it and worked with Disney on their own budget to do characters just for the sake of doing characters instead of doing it for a short term promoting movies. Like, unless that happened, it's never ever gonna happen, sadly. But like a 4.0 with toy boxes of like can you imagine like a Disneyland playset? You know, like, or like a I don't know, like I'm trying not to associate it with any of the new movies coming out, you know, but like, let's just say it does do stuff with the new movies coming out, you know, like Disney has bought so much since Disney Infinity closed. Like, they bought Fox, and they bought ESPN, and they bought Hulu. Like, the amount of stuff that they like could finagle into a Disney Infinity 4.0 is insane. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Greatest Showman, which is Fox. Can you imagine like P.T. Barnum as a character that you could play in 4.0? Like, that would be absolutely crazy. Like, Avatar, like, you could make a whole Pandora playset, which would be crazy. They could do new Marvel content. You could have more of the classic Disney characters. Peter Pan would finally work. Like, there's so much that they could have done, and I guarantee you that if they announced that they brought it back, and Disney said, look, we're not going to make games anymore, but we're going to make this game, like, they would make so much money. They would make so much freaking money from it, just from new kids being like, what the heck is this? You know, my parents are talking about it, or my you know, older brother's talking about it, like, you know, what is this? And then the people who used to play as kids, like, those are your target audience. Like, those are the people who are actually gonna be like the big spenders and on day one buy the entire collection. Because, you know, I don't know, maybe it's a smaller group than I think. Like, maybe it's only like, let's say 5,000 people out there in the United States that actually truly would do that, which obviously isn't enough to like make it worth it, but I think it would be worth it.
I didn't know it would be so hard.
You know, I slowed down because I wanted to get that coin, and then I realized that I overshot it. So I'm gonna go this way, see if there's another coin this way, because I know that we're missing a couple on this one. It's a no-go here. Maybe down on the road down here. Also no-go. Maybe center up here. Nope. Not even gonna go through. I think I already got that one though. Dude, they could have made a Goofy movie playset. Like, think of all the Disney movies, right? Think of all the classic Disney movies, like the ones that, you know, were made but like 2000 or earlier. Think of all those beloved characters and movies that never ever were even considered to be in here. Like Atlantis, Treasure Planet, The Rescuers, like, I said the Goofy movie already, but they could have made Genie from, you know, Aladdin. I'm trying to look back at my collection of VHSs back there. I can't really quite see them, but there's so many characters and movies that they could have made into play sets. You know, they did like Up, right? They made Carl Fredricksen's Walker as a weapon that, you know, you can play in Disney Infinity, but they could have made those characters that you could have played as, like, you know. And like, imagine, did we finish all these? I think we did. Imagine Carl Fredricksen like as a young kid, and then you put, or like as an old man, and then you can put like a power disc on him to make him a young man, or like a kid. That would have been so freaking cool. That would have been so cute, so fun. There's just so much that they could have done, you know. And this is, you know, this is the thought trail that, you know, I get lost on, of like the what ifs, you know. Ooh, that's such a good idea. Disney Infinity what if? Like if they made a completely new game. Like I wouldn't be complaining if they made a new Toys to Life game and like the old Disney Infinity series didn't work with that game because it's technically a new game. Like I wouldn't be complaining if none of the previous characters worked in the new game, but like if they made a completely new game with a slightly updated animated style, because you know that's what they always do, and it was like a new game but it was basically the same concept, and they did like, I don't know, like a what if type thing of like, what if we did do this previously, and like, you know, like that would be so awesome. You know, like what if this was in Disney Infinity? What if this was in Disney Infinity? You know, like that would be crazy. All right, we're regular racing right now, so we're off the timed trial type thing. So now we gotta lock in to make sure that we don't get last. That would be crazy. That'd be so fun. Also, they never really made any villains. You ever think about that? Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I can definitely think of some villains, you know. But like, let's strictly just stick to Disney, right? Let's stick to Disney villains, right? I can think of Maleficent, right? They made Maleficent. What other Disney villains did they make? Like, they never made, you know, an Ursula. They never made Ariel. Hello? They never made, you know, Jafar. They never made any of the Disney villains. I'm kind of blanking because I'm racing right now. What other? They never made Pete. They never made I don't know why the Rescuers keep coming into my mind. What else did they never make? They didn't make any of the villains, which would I think, like, can you imagine, like, a Disney, like, I guess they made Syndrome. They did make Syndrome, but, like, that's not, you know, that's not fully kind of like, okay, no coin there, got it. That's not fully like, you know, the classics, you know. They never made the Evil Queen from Snow White. They never made.
One lap to go.
They never made Lilo. They never made Gantu. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Gantu as a Disney Infinity character? He would be massive. Can you imagine? Where is this token? Or yeah, like any of the, you know, your favorite Captain Hook. I mean, I guess they didn't make Peter Pan either, because we never made him working. But like, I did not want to go this way. Come on, restart me. Come on. That would just literally, that would just be so insane. And like a whole like Disney villains playset, you know, where like the only characters you can play as in the playset are a certified villain, you know. That would be so fun. And I know that, like, you know, they weren't really big on a lot of live action characters in the Disney realm. Like, they made live action obviously for Marvel, and they made live action obviously for Star Wars, but they didn't make a lot of live action characters of Disney, like Mary Poppins and Bert. You know, can you imagine Walt Disney as a character? That'd be crazy. But like, there's a lot of live action Disney movies out there, you know, that they could have made into characters. Like, yeah, they made Tron Legacy, which I'm super happy about because that's another one of my favorite movies. But come on, you could have. They didn't make Clue. Like, he's a villain, right? Like, yeah, you made Flynn, yeah, you made Cora, but come on, Clue? Like, he's an iconic part of the story too. And a Sam Flynn fit that wasn't Tron, that was like just his biker outfit with his bike, that I guarantee you that would have been like the character that I played, because there's two Captain Americas, right? There's Captain America, and then there's like then there's Chris Evans Captain America, and the Chris Evans Captain America I would do all the time on the Hydra bike, not this one, and I would just play that all the time because that's, you know, kind of what it was in the movies. I also really like the not the Steve Rogers Captain America. I'll just say Steve Rogers Captain America, and I'll say Chris Evans Captain America. The Steve Rogers Captain America has a cosmetic disc that he wears that turns him into the one from the first Captain America movie, and that looks super cool because it's basically like the Chris Evans one but with the helmet on. They never made any of their Lion King characters. Like, if you're gonna make Lightning McQueen, you can make, if you're gonna make Nemo and Dory, you can make Ariel, you can make Simba, you know, you can make these characters who aren't like humanoid, you know? Missed opportunities. I always thought it was funny too, because they made Baloo, right? They made Baloo. Was that around the time that the live action Jungle Book came out? I can't really remember, but like they made him, and I remember like he came out around the same time as Spot from The Good Dinosaur. And I remember that like being like awesome because there's a classic Disney character, but I felt so odd. It was so odd because it was like, out of all the characters that you could have made as a one-off, he was a one-off too. Like, you made Baloo from the Jungle Book. Like, why? Like, you could have made, like, he didn't even have a play set, you know? So, and like, again they made Baloo and they didn't make Mowgli. Like, why, you know? Like, I would have loved to play as Mushu. They made Mulan, but like, Mushu is a giant part of Mulan. And you know, they didn't make him, you know, as a playable character. Like, that would have been so fun to play as Mushu, you know? And like, his special power-up is to breathe fire, you know? So yeah, some missed opportunities. The reason why I'm talking about this for so long is I'm literally, as I'm driving, more characters and more ideas are coming to my mind. Like, put me in charge, put me in coach. Like, I'll be the ideas club for Disney Infinity 4.0 because we need it. Who else? Who else would be a good character that they could have made? I keep thinking about a Disney Parks playset. Like, I understand that, like, they kind of gave you some raw, kind of a little bit sometimes knockoff materials to make a Disneyland toy box. And I know that some people did attempt to do that, and I know that some people got really far and it looked really good. But an official playset,
One left to go.
like, with all the rides and all the rides worked, can you imagine, like, playing that today and Splash Mountain is still Splash Mountain? And, like, some of the other rides are still the original themes of, like, whatever it was back then? That'd be so fun. And like, I'm not even saying that the rides had to work, because like, how many Disneyland games are out there and the rides don't actually work? I feel like there's a ton. But like, and there doesn't even have to be like a story almost, you know? Like, oh my gosh, Disneyland's in trouble because the villains, you know, are taking over and we have to set it. Come on, Mickey. Like, it doesn't even have to be that, you know? Like, it can literally just be the place that is going to Disneyland or like going to Disney World. Like, a Disney World would be crazy, you know? Because I feel like they would never do that just because of the sheer scope of what they call Disney World, of all the parks and stuff, but I feel like a Disneyland is achievable. But again, it wasn't to promote the parks, it was to promote the movies, because their parks are their number one source of revenue. Their movies are not. So, I also, can I just say, like, Star Wars Rebels, right? They made the entire squad. They made the entire, like, gang. But with Big Hero 6, like what we were just playing, they made Hero and Baymax. They didn't make Fred. They didn't make Wasabi, Honey Lemon, Go-Go. Like, if you're gonna make all those characters, if you're gonna make the entire Incredibles family plus Syndrome, like, you can make like all the Big Hero 6 characters, especially since those were that movie was a huge hit. That movie was so big. People loved that movie. And like, even a power disc to make Baymax 2.0 into Baymax, you know, the fluffy marshmallow, like, we could have done at least, you know, something like that, but there was really not that much Big Hero 6 content, which is really surprising. And maybe that's because the movie did so well that they didn't feel like the need to make as much to promote it because it was already doing so good. Who knows? It's a conspiracy. Everybody wants a piece of it, but I don't know. You catch my drift. Like, there's so much that they could have done that I consistently think about. That could have been, you know, the possibility of the lifetime. Man. What else should we talk about? What should we talk about? Let's talk about how I'm gonna smoke every. Why is there so many Arendelle people? Oh, because it's a one-off race. Dude, there's 2 on us. Where's there one? Oh yeah, there's one. It's funny because you'll notice, like, when we do the Grand Prix, there'll be characters for all 3 of those tracks. But now that we're just playing Arendelle, all the characters are here. So, you know, if you had this and you were playing this, but you didn't have all the Frozen characters, now you're seeing them and you're like, oh, I want to go out and get that now. So, funny little sneaky tricks that they do. Where is this coin? Can I just ask that question? Like, genuinely, truly, epically, oh my goodness graciously, where is this coin? Because how many times have we played this map? Like, we've played this map probably like 5 times now, 4 times, and like, or did we get all the coins here? Am I stupid? What the heck? That was awesome. I just did a roll over Francisco. Like, where is this coin? Or did we get it all? Am I stupid? You must be. Oh my gosh, Newsies. Newsies. Oh my goodness gracious. I absolutely love Newsies. I love the original 1998 movie? 1991 movie. I love the Broadway musical. Like, can you imagine, like, they made Newsy characters? I'm gonna definitely be in the minority here, and I'll stand on that. That's fine. But like, again, that goes back to my live action like, there wasn't any kind of Newsies content. There wasn't. There wasn't any kind of handhelds, any kind of packs, any kind of vehicles, any characters, any playsets, any skies, any music, anything of Newsies. And it just goes back to my live action conversation that they didn't really make any kind of classic live action or modern live action Disney Infinity characters. And I think it's hilarious because when did Tron Legacy come out? Am I old? I think it came out in 2010, which I guess is around the time that Disney 1.0 would come out, so maybe it was kind of on the docket, but like, they made that way after that movie came out, and they still made it, right? But like, these classic, you know, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Mary Poppins, Newsies, you know, all these early 90 live action films that did really well and that are beloved, they never made any kind of characters for them. And you bet I would be playing Jack Kelly from Newsies every single time without fail. Like, and he's such a perfect character for this game. He's such a perfect character for this game. He's an icon. He has, you know, fighting skills. He has catchphrases. You know, he would make a great, like, you know, cartoon, you know, animated, like, missed opportunities. I didn't even think about that till now. Can you imagine a young Christian Bale, Jack Kelly, Disney Infinity character? Pop quiz, chat. Which live action actor has the most Disney Infinity figures? It should be pretty obvious, but like which live action character has the most Disney Infinity figures? There's a clear winner. It should be pretty obvious.
Oh,
You give up? It's Johnny Depp. The legend Johnny Depp. He has the most Disney Infinity characters out of anybody. He has 4. Technically, I guess you could say 3, but he has technically 4. He has 4 Disney Infinity figures. He has Jack Sparrow. He has the Crystal Jack Sparrow, which is technically a different figure altogether, which you can buy separately. It's a completely different figure. There's Tonto from the Lone Ranger. And then there's the Alice Through the Looking Glass Mad Hatter. He has 4 Disney Infinity figures that are all him with his voice lines. Can you imagine? Like, Tonto was in 1.0 and so was Jack Sparrow. So coming back for 1.0 and then coming back for 3.0 to do the Mad Hatter, he got 3 characters in 1.0. And then a 4th one in 3.0. I think that's so cool.
Are you ready?
I will also just say, can you imagine having a custom character option in Disney Infinity? Like, I'm not saying, like, you know, take the parts of one character, put it over there, and you give, you know, Jack Sparrow, you know, Sully's arms. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you buy a figure, okay, because you stick with the Toys to Life theme. And, like, you know when you take the character off the base that they get all glowy, you know? So you buy the figure, and it's this crystal character that is just, you know, a unisex crystal character with no features, no face, no hair, no clothes, you know, just the unisex body so that boys and girls can buy this character. You put it on the base and you can make yourself with your own skill sets in Disney Infinity. And, you know, sure, to cause less for the animators, like, let's just say that the skill sets are the same as normal Disney Infinity characters, right? So let's say you could have a max of, you know, like, one long range type, you know, ability, one melee ability, you know, something for, and then some kind of like special, you know, ability or whatever. So like, let's say that you could have Spider-Man's wall crawl, or like, let's say Black Panther's wall crawling abilities with, you know, somebody else's like grappling hook long range thing with you know,
One lap to go.
a sword, you know, or like, you know, maybe they don't have their own moveset from other characters, you know, like maybe they don't get to fly like Thor or, you know, whatever, things like that. But like, let's just say it's a basic moveset that's specific to this character that's, you know, unisex, and maybe they just throw, you know, magical sparks or whatever, kind of like, you know, the Disney Infinity type-esque way, right? And then you use the packs and the stuff that you unlock in the game that every character can wear to kind of heighten your own character's type abilities and stuff like that. Like, can you imagine having yourself in Disney Infinity? That would be crazy. And then, like, let's say that you want to, like, change your character's abilities, you know, just like the skill trees or whatever, you would just have to reset your character or reset your skill tree and start from the beginning, you know. The replayability is good, which I know that Disney Infinity is about based off of how they've made all their playsets. You know, I guess in that case, the reason why they never would do that or never would do that if they ever made it, you know, future ones, is because then everybody's going to buy that one, and they're not going to buy the Disney characters, you know, which is the whole goal. But, you know, you could potentially buy 17 of those, you know, and like those ones are flying off the shelves, and then you just have 17 different like custom characters. Like literally today, like let's say that, you know, they're never ever going to do it again. They're never going to make another one. But they make a custom character like that. Even if it was just an orb like that, like that's the character, and then like you can spawn in whatever you want, right? And they dropped that today, and it works in 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Like, they would have to do literally zero effort except make the character and put it in the game that already exists, and it would literally, that would make them hundreds of thousands of dollars, like guarantee it. Or if somebody else wants it out there to do it. Like, I don't have the coding tech ability. Like, I hope that if somebody out there, you know, is watching this VOD and they want to do that, they do that. Like, hopefully, like, you know, at least send me a free, you know, dozen versions of it or whatever when it's big and famous. But, like, I would be all over it. I'd be all over it. Like, like, there's so many concepts out there. Like, so let's take Legos, for example. Legos are freaking expensive. But let's say you buy a Lego set, and then there was a video game that, you know, your thing came with a special code, or, you know, maybe a special brick that you build into the thing that you can build the brick onto some kind of base or whatever. And then you have whatever that Lego set is, or the characters that come with that Lego set in your game. Like, the idea that the stuff that you're already buying as a collectible or as some kind of like toy or whatever that you're doing, the idea that when you buy that, it does more than just sit on your shelf, but it's some way to pass the time and to feel achieve, like, you know, to achieve things because you're completing levels and completing tasks and winning races. Like, the idea that the stuff on your shelves, I think this is the core of it for me. The idea that something on your shelves does more than just sit there and collect dust, I think is what a lot of people want. Like, I get the people who want to just put something on the shelf and keep it there, or keep it in the box and keep it sealed. But like, for the majority of the people who want to display things on their shelves, like even those people will probably buy 2 copies of it So one to use, one to keep pristine. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of people resonate, right? Because you're already spending a crap ton of money on these things to sit on your shelf and to make your space feel personal. So why not give those things a little bit of life and you know. And I think that's what they tried to do, because they made what is it called, Lego Dimensions or something like that. Like that, I forgot about that one. That one's also part of that like Toys to Life type movement, you know. That one completely failed, I think. Like, I know it didn't completely fail, but like I know that it really didn't do well because it was so short-lived. But like, even then, like it was a specific like base that the plain old Lego figure would sit on, and the base is really what you wanted. So for example, you would just go out there and buy the base and be able to have it in the game, and you don't actually need the figure. So that's a bit kind of like and then people would just go out and buy the figures to complete their Lego sets instead of actually buying the Lego sets to get the figure. So I think those are some reasons why the Lego one failed. But like,
One left to go.
even in that thing, like your Legos are sitting on your shelf, and now you know that they don't just sit there. Like they actually do something, you know. And I know that there's lots of Legos out there, and that point is not Lego. Like, I'm not saying Lego should do it again. I'm just saying, I'm using it as a motive to say, like, I'm looking around where I'm at, and I'm looking at the Legos on my shelf, and that was just an idea that came to my mind. But, like, books. I have a bookshelf here. Like, the idea that, you know, you go out and you just buy a book, right? And you can plug that book in as the base and then get characters to put on that book that are from that book, and then you can play the story of that book. Like you could not only market that as a video game, but you could market that as a freaking learning tool, you know? Like kids who struggle to pay attention in school, like who are not very like, you know, who are not like who are like me, who have a hard time reading and stuff like that, like get them to play the game, and like the book is like 100% accurate to the original book, like the game's exactly like the book, and then they can like just play the game for like school and then go back and write their essays or whatever. Like that would be crazy, you know? And there's so many books out there that are well-known stories that are in the public domain. So like you take, I mean, I don't know if these are in the public domain, but you take like Sherlock Holmes, or you take like Robinson Crusoe, or Treasure Island, or War and Peace, or any of these things that sit on your shelves that are actual books, but they also have, you know, a special component in these books by, you know, whatever this is, and that can have the ability to play these things. And then if you want to add the figures into the quota, there's another selling point for you. But then also it's like, oh, who's that sitting on your shelf? Oh, that's my favorite character from my favorite book, you know, whatever. Ooh, the author. Oh, that's such a great idea. You could play as the author. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Ooh, dude, we are brainstorming right now. Can you imagine, like, Sherlock Holmes. Let's say Sherlock Holmes. You play it, and you can play as Sherlock Holmes, or you can play as Watson, right? Go through it. Then you come back, and you could put like the author figure on and play as the author. Who's the author of that? I need to go look at this. I need to pause this and go look at that. Author Conan Doyle. Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle, right? He wrote Sherlock Holmes. Then you could play as the character Arthur Conan Doyle, and then he gives you, as the author,
Well,
specific insights into the story and like reason why he wrote it a certain way, and other things maybe as a third person type that you wouldn't get playing the game as Sherlock Holmes, right? And then boom, replayability. That would be so cool. That would be amazing. I would love to play something like that. You know? And so, dang, that's a really good idea. That's a crazy good idea. And that's like the whole Toys to Life thing too. And it's like you're never gonna run out of ideas because there's, you know, there's a whole plethora of books. There's classics, but then there's also modern books that are just coming out that people are gonna like, and then there's new books that people already like that people are turning into movies because people like it so much. And then you could make them into this game, and you could play as it. And I think it'd be really, really cool because fans of those books out there, you know, it's an age-old story where the movie adaptation does not live up to how good the book is. How many times have you gone to a movie that's based on a book and you've read the book and maybe you like Lord of the Rings, right? And you're like, yeah, the book was better, right? You know, movie has great qualities and you're like, actually, I really like that movie, but you're like, yeah, the book was better, right? Harry Potter, same story, right? The book was better. Percy Jackson, the book was better. But like, imagine playing a game that's 100% accurate to the book. Like, look, I get it. You know, budget cuts, studio executives, lots of people trying to, you know, get in the way of making it, you know, whatever they want to be. But there's so many people out there that I feel, and this goes back to my How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch movies that are coming out that seem accurate to the original movie, original animated movies that came out. Like, if it's exactly the same, it could change the tide of, like, you know, people actually want to see the original thing. They don't want to see new reimagined adaptations of it. They want to see the same thing done a different way. And by done a different way, I mean done in a different animated style, not told in a different way, right? And so imagine playing a game that's 100% accurate to the stories you know and love. That would be so cool. Because, like, how many times do you watch a movie or read a book and you go, man, that would make a sick video game if I could, you know, if I could fight, you know, Darth Vader, if I could, you know, cast a spell like that. And, you know, they make games that have these things, but they never quite capture those moments because they're not those moments. They're just, what the heck just happened? I was going too fast. I hit the invisible wall. They're not those moments. They're just the basic elements of those moments, but they're not the actual moments, you know? Dang, that's such a good idea. Can you imagine, like, all the books on your shelves, like, they don't just sit there and collect dust when you're not reading them, like, you know, and once you read them, you read them. It's like you could read them, but then you could also open them up and play them and place, you know, collectible figures on the pages, and you know, probably not like every page, like a reader pen or whatever, but like, and play the game. And then, ooh, what you could do is you could make the characters like you could number them, like, you know, and make a finite amount. Like, let's say, you know, we're only gonna make, you know, 50,000 of, you know, the Sherlock Holmes character, but we're only gonna make, you know, 15,000 of the Arthur Conan Doyle characters. Then they actually hold value because there's only a finite amount. Like, there are probably about 1 million of every single Disney Infinity character out there in the world. And, like, you know, they're probably worth like about $5 each now, right? And they've lost value. But if there was an actually like finite amount to them that was super, super small, like, you know, maybe even in the millions, you know, maybe not even in like the billions, because there's 8 billion people on the planet. If there's only like, you know, 900,000 out there, like, that would be crazy. Because then, you know, it's like these are actual, like, legitimate numbered collectibles on your shelf. Like, these are actually collectibles that hold value, you know? And, like, you can buy them for a normal fair price, like, you know, Disney Infinity characters were, but once it's gone and no longer on the market and it's, you know, maybe discontinued down the road, now it's like this one character that you bought for $15 is now worth like $500, you know, because that's what happens with Pokemon cards, right? Because once they stop making them, you know, PSA 10 cards that are like from the 90s are worth thousands of dollars because people want them, but nobody has them, and nobody has them in good condition. So, and that's because there was only a finite amount of them. At least I think. Maybe not a finite amount of them, but like, you know, these super, you know, ultra rare cards and chases, you know, there's not like millions of them out there. That's why they're so hard to find. That's why they're so hard to pull, you know? I'm not a Pokemon card guy. I just watch people pull Pokemon cards for fun, so I don't actually collect myself, so don't quote me on how it all works. Maybe you can correct me in chat, but my point is that the stuff would hold value like the cards do. And, you know, you could sell them for that value like people with the cards do. And it would fluctuate like the cards do. These are the points with which I am trying to make. I am not excited for the battle races. I am not. Because there's nothing like being a good driver and then the people behind you who are bad drivers compensating for being a bad driver by completely just blasting you. Not a good time. I'm not excited to play those, but we are going to play them because we are going to get the full trophies. I don't know if we'll get to it all today, but actually we might, because we're almost done with the races, like the normal races here, and
Oh my goodness.
it's only been like almost a couple hours, so, and we're almost done with like 2/3 of it, so I think we'll just go ahead and do them today. Which is going to be so fun, because we are not going to have to replay any of them. We are going to be so good at the races, and people are going to be nice to us, right? That's right. I heard them all agree and sign a contract saying that I get to win all the races, so that you guys can see what it's like to have all the gold trophies. And what happens when you do. Is there something that happens? I don't remember, but I would like to find out. It's not a very good shortcut. La-da-dee, la-da-dee. Dude, why? That was awesome. Why can't that happen every time?
What's going on?
I don't know. The forces of bad luck have changed. The tides have turned.
One lap left! Hurry!
Kickflip. That wasn't smart. Donald is gaining on us. La-da-dee, la-da-dee, la-da-dee. It's a beautiful morning, it's a beautiful day. Everything's coming up roses, everything's a What's that from, chat? It's from one of those Mickey Mouse, Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse cartoons. I forget which one.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Bum, bum, da-da-dum, dum, dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, dum. Quick little backflip in the first place, as it should be. Everything coming out present. Oh, wheelie. Oh, it's thick. We're having a lot of cool moments. A lot of cool moments, a lot of good moments with these cars. A lot of terrible moments. A lot of heart-wrenching defeats with some of these cars. We've had such good success in these in this you know, type of model of car that I'm not keen on changing a different car like last time because we would lose. And I don't feel like crashing out again. And we're back. Quick little Sally. Back to the yellow car because it matches our shoes. Banana car. Oh, did you see that? That was thick. That was thick. That was thick. I'm also doing 100cc every single time because I don't know if that was part of the problem. One token. We need one token. I have literally completely forgotten about the tokens until this point. Oh my goodness, how could I do this? I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this. Chat, what soda is this? What soda is that? Quick little taste test. Almost choked. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. So much carbonation. It's one of the best Mountain Dews out there. If I told you that it was a
Here we go!
lime flavored, would you be able to guess what kind of Mountain Dew it is? It's Baja Blast. Kind of like how we're blasting out of this spaceport. Baja Blast. I didn't know that Baja Blast was lime. Like, I never really read anything about it. I just drank it. It's lime. It's they call it tropical, but what the heck does that even mean? So it's lime flavored. It's called tropical lime, and it's great. I think that the only other Mountain Dew that can compete with it is the OG. If you drink Code Red, you are a child. And miss your old Kool-Aid days. Just kidding, but not really. But yeah, I really enjoy Baja Blast Mountain Dew. I didn't know that they made it in the cans, but they make it in the cans for your home consumption enjoyment. So that's my drink of choice today. My DOC, my doc. That's what I mean when I say I have to go see the doctor. I have to get my drink of choice. Where is this coin? Looking. Let's see. I'm gonna go hard right this time and see if I see it over here. Bantha. It's right there. That's where it is. Oh my goodness. Dude. What? I don't know what just happened, but I like it. I don't know what just happened, but I like it. Things are finally looking in my favor.
Woohoo! You're winning!
I'm winning at life. It's about time things turned around. Whoa. I was looking at my placement and I was not looking at the wall in front of me. Dude, that's crazy. I guessed hard right. Remembered halfway through that of course it's in the
One lap left!
sand
Hurry!
crawler and the doors opened for me and I said, I'm gonna get it on the next lap because I'm just crashing into the wall. And the game said, here you are, my child. Enjoy this little gift. This little calm before the storm. Before we take it all away in the battle races. And I said, I can live with that. So much so that I'm gonna go in here and do it all again because wahoo! That's such a cool little secret. And I still get to take the top. I still get the high ground. Oh, dude, that was probably the sickest thing I've ever done. Can you imagine? Oh, second! Oh my gosh! Can you imagine driving a car and barely skimming your head off the pavement just to succeed and like win first place by a mile? We're so good at this game. Ignore last video, which you definitely shouldn't check out because I definitely did not crash out hardcore in the battle races. But if you do want to see it, then you can just go watch the Speedway episode 1 of the Speedway toy box playset. That was one of our best races, like of the series. That was crazy how good that was. I'm like on cloud 9 right now. That was awesome. We're back. One second, chat. All right, on to the next race. On to the next race and a half. Gotta get the one that matches the shoes. $100cc, of course, as always. And then this last one, 2 coins. 2 coins. Medallions, tokens, star circle things. We shall get them. I think the other thing about Disney Infinity that I love so much is like, you ever played a video game and wanted something that was in the game? Like, you ever played a Lego game and like, you know, they make this cool vehicle or something and you said, man, I wish that was an actual like Lego set. You ever played like, you know, a game and somebody has a super sick weapon or an outfit and you said, I really want that, you know? Like, I would love to have that as a collector. That's kind of like what it is about a game, because it's like, you can have this stuff. You can have a lot of this stuff, you know?
Here we go!
In real life. Which is the best part
Give it all you got.
of life, is the real life. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. And sometimes video games can feel better. Because life may not be the best. But that doesn't mean that real life isn't the best part of life. Because it's the only part that you actually get to live.
Look at me go!
I'm literally gonna sabotage this just to get this coin. Like, if I don't do that, I'm probably never, ever, ever gonna get that coin unless I stop and turn to get it. I'm not even joking. Like, it's so smallly improbable that I will be able to, like, get that on the flyby that I literally just have to stop and get it. Okay, I feel like this other coin might be center. It is. Oh my gosh, it is. Respawn. I don't even care. Oh my gosh. I do care now because we're in 6th. We're close with everybody though. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get first on this one and we're gonna get the rest of the coins. And we're going to win at Game Life. We're gonna win at this life. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. Okay, what are we doing again? I forgot. Middle. That's what it is. That's what we need to do. We need to go middle. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to sacrifice getting ahead on the rail so that I can actually have more control. Oh my gosh, what? That's insane. I don't even understand, like, how else I could do it differently.
One lap left. Hurry!
Well, we need to get it. Because I don't think I'm actually going to be able to... At least we know where it is now. Because, like, yeah, we still have the battle race left. But, like, I'm going to be so focused on just going in the battle race because of, you know, how difficult it's going to be to win anyways. That I don't think I'm going to have time to kind of make that jump. Okay, I need to think about this. So jumping off of an incline gives me more height, but it's not on an incline. So perhaps... Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! We did it! I did it! That was awesome. Dude, that's great. We got first place and we got all the medallions. Dude, we are crushing this. We are crushing this, bro. Let's go. Dab me up. Let's do it. W. Dude, we got the gold medallion. That means we got all the coins. Log pile ramp. Okay. Nothing left behind. That's me. That's my name. Those are my 3 legal names. Sick drift. Okay. So I know what I just said about this one. Gravity Falls and Agrabah. Okay, so it's just 2. We just need 2 more coins. The rest of these are good. And the good news is that we finished all those in just under 2 hours. So now we can go on to the battle race, which is going to be so extremely difficult. So much so that I'm actually gonna start backwards. What? You weren't expecting that. Dude, literally, okay, Turbo. Who made Turbo? Who made the Turbo snail movie?
Turbo is a 2013 American computer animated sports comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation.
DreamWorks Animation. I know Turbo's DreamWorks, and I knew that without even having to look it up. But come on. Can you imagine Turbo in this game? What? That snail is bad. That would be crazy. And then Taco Man? Can you imagine they made the snail and they made the Taco Man? And then they just like... That would be the most iconic pair ever. That would be so funny. Okay, focus on racing here. Focus on winning here. Because this supposedly is a battle race, which means that I could potentially have a very bad time with this.
Don't give up, pal.
Crap. It's started. I don't like the red arrows. Does that mean the player's behind me, or does that mean weapons are behind me? Like, does that mean like a missile is following me? Is that what that means? What the heck? What the heck, bro? Why the heck are we doing all this extra good stuff? I also think that you're slower. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I think that you're slower in the battle races, because like we came off that rail and slowed down significantly on the ground. So I think the battle racers are supposed to be slower so that you have more time to like aim and like do stuff, which I think is dumb. See, like that. Like, I'm looking at my mini map up the top. If you even can call that a mini map. And like, I know for a fact that nobody's near me. Like, we are cruising right now. But then this arrow comes on, and I'm like, what the heck is that arrow about, bro? Like, why are we putting big scary red arrows on my screen here? Like, is there somebody close? Is there a missile coming for me? Like, should I be worried? I'm also trying to put naturally these booby traps that stay. I'm trying to put them naturally where I would not drive. Because I think too many times I've hit my own booby traps because I dropped them in my exact pathing that I take that nobody else takes. Which is really unfortunate. Yeah, we got this one in the bag. I'm not even like, unless even if somebody threw the police one, see, like, what's that arrow, bro? Even if somebody threw that like police missile thingy, that party one that's not actually very fun, we'd be in good shape. We would have much less of a lead, but you know, we'd be in good shape. How is this content for you? Because like, I'm taking the same tracks, the same pathing every single time, because it's the most optimal path to get the best time and to get the most ahead. Is that fun to watch, or do you want me to like take different paths, or I don't know? Let me know in the comments, because I'm just doing my thing. I don't know. Is this even like really entertaining? You know, because it's not much of a race because I'm so ahead. You know. Do you like it when I crash out? Because I don't like it when I crash out. Ugh. Dude, 8 more races to go. And then I think that's it. I think that's actually it completed, you know? Just 8 more races. I didn't think that we were gonna do it all in one episode. But like, we already got this far and I wasn't even thinking about it, and now I'm thinking this is gonna be like a 3-hour stream. Maybe 2.5. That's a long VOD. That's a long VOD to be one video. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, I really wouldn't know how to break it up any further, because like we already kind of broke it up with it being like the Grand Prix and then the single races, but I didn't know that the single races were so in depth. I had forgotten. So yeah. It was okay though. We only got a few more races to go, and then I think that's actually this one in the bag, surprisingly, because after you get first place in all the races and you collect all the coins, I think that's it. But hopefully we get to see it unlock something in the Speedway hub, some kind of like new ramp or new something, you know, because that'd be nice to get a little reward for all this hard work that we're doing.
Let's go!
Let's go! Dude, Han in the Sandcrawler is killing me. That thing is so massive. Dude, I'll be honest, like when I play the New Hope like type playset on Tatooine, with the Sandcrawler, dude, I love just going on the Sandcrawler and riding around, because like the Sandcrawler in that game is not like that one that's sitting right there. Like that one that's sitting right there is like the one in the Toy Box hub. Like the one that's in the playset is so cool. It's like got an entire interior, and you can like go onto the top, and there's like a button that you can control it on the top to like make it go on its path. It's very cool. And I enjoy just hanging out and riding around on that. It's like when I completed my task for the end of the day and I'm kind of just like winding down, it's like I just go up there and I ride it around, you know. It's very, very immersive, you know. And I wish that the Millennium Falcon was a similar way, you know. I wish that you could like go into the Millennium Falcon and like, crap, see, I put in my path. I'm shooting at that way. I don't want that. It's so immersive. And I wish that there was a Millennium Falcon type toy in this game that you could actually like just hang out in, and maybe in the toy box put on a path to make it fly around while you just hang out inside of it. Crap. That'd be so fun. That'd be so cool. I can't remember, because I know that you can, the Millennium Falcon is a vehicle, I'm pretty sure, that you can unlock and fly around after playing the
Oh my goodness.
the original 4, 5, and 6 type. What is that called? I have to figure out what the place is called. But after you play that, I think you unlock it. You know, it's not the same as being inside the Millennium Falcon and experiencing what that's about. So try not to put that in my pathing. This is the last lap though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, gotta get back to boost. Yeah, I always take that one where the green medallion is right there, or the green speed boost. I always take that path, and I'm like about a 50-50% chance of succeeding at that. So I don't know why I always take that, because I always imagined that it was significantly faster because it's a straight shot and it's got a speed boost. But the way around that I just went is actually not that much slower. Maybe if you were really good at the shortcut way with the jump, Like, I'm sure you could probably cut off a few milliseconds at best, but
Oh my goodness. Well,
this way right here is good enough for me. Crazy that happens. I guess I can't be too mad at it, because I mean, we are technically supposed to be toys. And so there's no weight to them. And it's like, when that happens, it does look like a Hot Wheels car that flipped over. So I guess I can't appreciate the fact that it does actually look like a toy. So not me getting heated in the last episode about the non-realistic physics in Disney Infinity. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And go check out the other VODs that are on my main channel. The last Speedway playset was a doozy. And also the Twilight of the Republic playset was so fun. I have a couple episodes up there right now that you can go check out and watch for yourself. And enjoy, you know. Hey, we're doing pretty good on Sparks. We haven't really spent or bought anything in the shop, which is something that we can definitely do when we get back to the Toy Box Hub in a later episode. But I was just looking at our Spark count. We're doing really well on Sparks. Our Sparks is the currency that we have. It's the blue in the upper left-hand corner. This one is not going to be fun. This one and the Agrabah one were the ones in the previous episode that were the pain. So we'll see how this one goes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, Mickey. Aye, aye, Captain. Dude, I always try to swerve out way too hard around these people.
Way to go!
Francesco is such a pain. I think it's hilarious because they've definitely made these characters that are a pain, you know, in the movie to race with, like Francesco, a pain in this game. Like, they're the ones that are gonna, like, bump you and get underneath your car and flip you, like they did in that one episode that we don't talk about, that is on my main channel that you can go watch. Sorry, shameless self-promo. I mean, I gotta get the word out about this content, guys. What do you expect me to do? Oi. La-dee, la-dee.
This is wonderful.
Not actually. It's also interesting in this track because, like, I have not really pulled away from the group yet. Like, I'm still very neck and neck with the other racers, and I don't know if that's just because it's a tight track or, you know, what. But you know, usually I would have pulled away at this point. Okay, I just gotta remember not to take the center next time. That wasn't too bad, actually. The crazy thing too is that these booby traps that I set up, like I'm in first when I place them, and then by the time I come around the track again, nobody else has hit these booby traps. And I think I'm taking really like the most optimized path here to, like, you know, go the fastest. And so I think that, you know, people who program these cars would also have like a similar pathing, and nobody else hits these things. It's kind of crazy. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. I'm just kind of wasting these things here because these aren't, they're not really good weapons to kind of hold on to. So, dude, I'm no good at the whole Mario Kart strat, you know, with the
One lap left.
the whole cars and stuff like that, where you're supposed to hello, the whole strat where you're supposed to like hold on to certain items, you know, instead of just blasting them off to just, you know, see what you get next in the chest. Like I've never been good at that because it's like I'm always just trying to be on the offense, and I think a lot of the strategies that people utilize are on the defense. So, but this isn't, you know, that game. This is Disney Infinity Speedway. You know, lock in. Oh my goodness, lock in. What are these red arrows, bro? What does that mean? Wait, are these red arrows supposed to be obstacles? Like, hey, watch out for these? Because every time I do it, it pops up where I put it. Is that what that's supposed to be? Why am I just now figuring this out now? Because watch, when I put this down around this corner, when I put it down right here, the red arrows keep. See? Is that supposed to be telling me something? How am I just now figuring this out now? Like, what happens if I shoot it forward? Nothing. Interesting. I'm learning. I'm learning. Bum, 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 bum. When you complete feats, you will earn award and sparks. You can find a list of available feats in the pause menu. Interesting. Pause menu. Pause menu, pause menu, pause menu. Okay. Well, maybe we should quickly check out the pause menu and see if we're on the track to get all the feats. Maybe we should do that. Pause menu. Ooh, can I pause the menu? Boop. Pause menu. Feats. Track star. Complete in a race, battle race, and time race. Oh yeah, I'm on the way to do that. Complete a race with 3 other players. Dang. Dang, and that's never gonna happen. Crap. Because Disney Infinity is a 2-player game. So 3 other players has to be online. So I'm never ever gonna be able to get that one. That's so sad. That's so sad, because like now, anybody coming back to play this in 2025 is never ever going to be able to technically 100% any of these things if they have achievements like that. Side bash every other racer at least once in a single race. I can try to do that. Win a race without using a turbo boost. I can try to do that. Those ones are just givens. Okay, so don't boost, and don't boost and do hit. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do the non-boosting one, because if we don't, then we're never ever gonna get ahead. But we can try the bashing one. The problem is that when you bash another player, they bash you back for the rest of the race. And I had to do it early on, right? Because I'm trying to pull ahead and not see any of these guys for the rest of the race after the first lap. So I mean, I really don't want to replay these races. I would like to just win them and go on to the next race, but we'll try our best to get them. Honestly, this one might be the one to not boost on because there's so many shortcuts that are rails, but that's gonna be so hard not to boost. Like my thumb is trained to upshift on the toggle.
Are you ready?
So I can't even boost here. I'm gonna try it. Wait, does that count? Does that count? Does that count as boosting if you collect those things? Because that's impossible. That's impossible not to do. Because it's literally like, oh my gosh, what the heck? This is so hard not to boost. Oh my goodness.
Way to go! Hurry, you're falling behind.
That was crazy. I feel like I'm doing good on hitting. I haven't gotten the
Hot dog! You're racing!
the thing up here. This one. I also haven't gotten the Nick Fury one. There's like a Nick Fury car that I haven't gotten. See, like that, like I can't avoid that.
Watch out, everyone. Here I come.
Did I hit the Nick Fury one? Because now I don't know. Because I've hit a lot, but it was kind of easy, so maybe we just focus on racing and see what happens. Because we're not boosting at this point. Because we've gotten so far. I've realized that my boosting also means that I have literally stopped drifting, which I know I can drift, but I don't want to drift because when I drift, I know that I'm immediately going to turbo. Because that's boost, but is that turbo? Is that what it's talking about? Because if I can't do that, that's literally impossible on this map. We'll see if I get it. Dude, it's so hard not to turbo. I'm not even joking. It's so hard. It's like ingrained into me, especially on this map. I'm like ingrained to turbo. And I know I can drift, but I'm not drifting. Crap. That's not what you want to get right now.
One lap left!
That's not what you want to get. You don't want people to get that, because especially if I can't boost, now they're catching up. Crap. And my boost doesn't get me over that. Crap. Crap. Am I supposed to win the race without turboing? I don't know. Dude, I can hear them trying to get me behind.
Uh-oh! Spin out!
It's so difficult because you need a boost to get over that. This is not the map to try to win on the turbo. Oh my gosh. Don't hit me, otherwise I'm gonna miss this and no one knows. He didn't take it. Oh my gosh, second place didn't take the thing with me. I'm ahead. As long as I don't hit my booby trap that I set earlier for me, I'm gonna be good. Stay into the... Okay, it's not here. Whew. Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I win a race without turboing? I did! I did it! Oh my goodness! Spring in your feet? Another one? Oh my gosh! What was spring in my feet? Which one was that one? I don't think I didn't get the wrecking one though. Yeah, because I didn't hit the Nick Fury one, the Nick Fury car with the big wheels. But that was pretty easy to hit a lot of people. So I'm gonna try to do that this next race. What was the spring in the feet though? I didn't see that one. That must have been a jumping one, obviously, but I didn't see that one as one that I hadn't gotten yet. You know what? Maybe it's not a Raceway one. Maybe it's just a generic Disney Infinity one. Let's look at the feats. Let's look at the feet. Spring. Spring. Spring, 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 spring. Oh, spring in your feet. 25 feet. That's what it was. Wrecking crews. Bash every other racer at least once in a single race. I can definitely do that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I also need to keep an eye out for the token, because there's 2 races left with tokens. Okay, Gravity Falls and Agrabah, that's what it is. So this one's a good one to try bashing on, because I don't need to focus on the token. Look, I don't think I'm going to be able to find the token on the on this next time I play it to get the gold, because I literally have absolutely no idea where that one is. Gravity Falls ones I've seen maybe once, but I have no idea how to get it on the first couple of laps. Maybe I'll figure it out, but we might have to play those ones each one more time to try and just focus on getting the token and finishing, just so that we can get it. Because we can take all the time we want as long as we finish and get the token, and just win gold on another race.
Are you ready?
Bash every other player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 cars. I'm gonna slow up a little bit so I can bash them.
Give it all you got.
Okay, so bash.
Faster, pal, faster.
Continue. What was it doing? I forgot. Okay, got that one. Boost up, that one. I think I already got this guy. Don't shoot that. Well, that's fine. There we go. Did I get this guy? Oh, there he is again. I can't remember. Because these are the 2 of the same cars, but one's tall, one's small, so I can't remember. I got either one before. I'm at 6 though, so I can kind of... I just went completely under that one. I need to get the red one.
Way to go!
I know. I can't remember if I got matches now. We're just gonna keep trying to bash people. I know I got Mater. Bye, Mater. Okay, let's try to get Groot. I definitely think I got Groot. This is difficult because I'm not used to trying to keep pace with anybody. Okay. Oh, Groot. don't want to shoot him because I don't. What the heck just happened? Dude, I'm an old car. Where is everybody? Where am I? Okay, let me get. I know I don't think I got this one. Okay, definitely got him now. I'm pretty sure I got Groot because he was right next to me in the beginning. So I think I'm good at this point to kind of move ahead. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I'm confident that I. What the heck just happened? Why did that happen to me? Hello? I'm like confident that I got all of them, so I'm just gonna try to push ahead and win this race. I'm on the bottom? This is the bottom track. I did not realize that I was on the bottom. I must have gotten knocked off. Dude.
One lap left.
Chill out.
Hurry!
Yeah, you are Groot and I am Minnie Mouse. Fear me. Dude, I am like neck and neck right now. This is not comfy. I am uncomfy. I am uncomfy. This is uncomfy. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yikes on bikes. Okay, what? That's not what I wanted to do. I thought I had to first. Okay. I'm gonna stay on top, and then take the shortcut and hopefully get the W. Because I do not want to do this race again. That would not be ideal. W? Question mark? W. Okay, I think I got the achievement. What the heck? I think I got the achievement for. What? What is happening to me? That's crazy. Cause I bashed a lot of people. Cause I know I got Star-Lord, I know I got Mater, Francisco. I don't know about Rocket though, actually. I don't remember. I don't think we got it because I didn't see it pop up, actually. That's a difficult achievement to get. Because it requires you to, like, especially in a battle race, too. Maybe I shouldn't try to get it in a battle race. Because that's, like, you're having to stay in the midst of, like, you know, all the heck that's going on. Alright, how much more do we got left? I don't really remember. I think it's like 5 or something. 5 races or something like that. Okay. Battle race. Single. Okay, this one we need the coin on. So we're gonna. I'm telling you, it's in the sky somewhere. I'll see if I can't spot it on the first lap and then try to get it. It might be one of those things that is like lap specific, so it like comes down in the later laps. I don't really know.
Well, here we go!
Out in front. Excuse me, Ollie. Move yourself. Shortcut.
Hurry, you're falling behind!
No, I'm not. I'm in front close. It's like Mickey needs to go back to counting school. I don't need to. Oy. Okay, I think it's over. What the heck? It's like up in the tree somewhere, I thought.
Whoa! That was close!
I don't see it. Maybe it's on the water? I'm looking. I don't see it. That was a bad turn. Okay. We're gonna go. We're gonna stay on the path this time. I'm actually not gonna go through the trees. Where is this thing? It's not here, is it? Well, I wouldn't know anyways. That was so bad. I don't think it's to the left because I went that way and I didn't see it. Is it over here? Maybe it's over here. Dude, where? I don't know. I've looked high and tail for this thing. Maybe it's over
One
here.
lap left! Hurry!
I'm gonna go this way. I know it's not there. Nope. It's gotta be at the end. Man, I really don't want to come back to this, but like I gotta get first place and not fall off the path. I'm gonna try going right again. And then staying that way. I see nothing. I see nothing. Wait, the tent opens up. But it wouldn't make sense to go into the tent. I don't know where that token is. I genuinely don't know where it is. We'll have to come back to it. Good thing is that next time we won't have to pay attention to driving. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright, which one's next? What do we get? Nothing? L. L celebration. Okay. Single race. Arendelle. I really could just focus on driving on this one. W. Bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Let's go!
Let's do it. Bang, 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 bang. Yoink. Excuse. Alright. Oh, I completely forgot that we were trying to bash people. Well, maybe next time. I'm just like solely focused on just getting the gold on all of these because we've been here for like what? Almost 3 hours.
Watch out, everyone! Here I come!
I forget if anything happens though, like after you get all of it, so I'm curious to find it out. Well, that was stupid. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Man, how is Mater still on my tail? Try to pull ahead a little bit. Okay.
I didn't know it would be so high.
Oh, still. I'm definitely not gonna hit that one on my next hop around.
One lap left! Hurry!
Left. That was actually not a lot. It's lonely at the top. It's also interesting. I remember in the other racers, there's other boosts and stuff. But here now it's like, oops, oh, I almost said that. Now it's just like solely just the weapons, and there's no none of those speed tokens. Gotta be. I know we still need the token in both of those races. I might have to look up where the gravity fall ones are because I, for the life of me, cannot find. Maybe it's actually, maybe the token's only on the first lap. That might actually be where it is because the map changes, and so I'm thinking on the water part that there might be a place where you can go and get it, where the dragon is, like on the rest of the laps. That would be my guess, is that it's lap specific, because yeah, I've been down like every single path and I can't find that token. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I jumped for some reason. Let's get this. Bash, done. Let's get bash. Okay, Francisco, Bangers.
Give it all you got.
I got that one, so I got 3. Should just be 2 more. I can see Mater up there. Let's slow down. So we can get this chair. Okay, so there's a chair one and then there's Mater. So there's Mater. Come on, Mater, speed up. I don't want to slow down. Oh my gosh, he's slow. Okay. Oh, sure, now he boosts. Okay, I want to get Mater real quick, and then there's somebody in a chair? What we're supposed to do? Okay, got Mater for sure. Okay, Hero. That's what we're doing. We're getting Hero next. Hero's always in the Wally chair. I've never seen him drive anything else. He's just gonna get fat and lazy.
Time to get serious.
Okay, sit down. So he gets the horseshoe field off. There we go. He's definitely gonna use this guy. I knew it. I'm on your tail, bruh. Now I hit him, but I need to bash him. Where is he? Okay, he bashed me.
Uh-oh.
And he's shooting me.
Out.
Shooting it. This is difficult. His car is so small. Oh gosh, rockets. Got him for sure, 100%. Okay, I got Hero. I got Mater. I got Baymax. And I got whoever's in the parade float. So parade float, Baymax, Hero, Mater, Francisco. That's 5, and I'm the 6th racer, so that should be everyone. Now we just need to get first place and call it a W. Hopefully all that counts, because I definitely saw the animation on all of those, so if that's not what it means, then I don't know what it means for that one, for that achievement. La-di-dee, la-di-doo. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Where then? Yeah, I definitely got Baymax, I definitely got Francisco and Mater. Definitely got Hero, and then I got the parade float guy. That's fine. Come on now. Come on, son. Come on, son. Oh, I hear it. Crap. Please don't hear me. Holy crap. Dude, I can hear that police one behind me. And there it is. Wrecking crew. Got it. So now we're just focused on the tokens. Cause we got Agrabah. And then we got the Gravity Falls one. Let me keep looking for that one. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Dude, I definitely think my console's getting tired because this thing's taking longer and longer to load in, feels like.
Oh!
Alright, one more race. Hopefully get the token on that one. And then to the Gravity Falls one. To get that token. And then we should be looking at 100%ing this one. Why did I jump out of my car? I could not tell you. Okay, I need this one. Select. Alright, let's do this thing.
Well, here we go!
Alright, I'm gonna check this foyer type thing for the coin. Let's slow down a little bit, see if I can search for it. Oop, and there it is. W, got the coin. Got that token. Now we just gotta get 100% from getting gold. Should be easy. Should be easy. Don't shoot that. Like that. Going non-verbal. Oh my gosh. Stink non-verbal. Yep. This is the downfall. This is where my downfall starts. This is my origin story. Come on. That was a clean shot, I'm not gonna lie.
What a lovely view!
Get the boost, get the boost. I got no boost. Oh my gosh. I got
Faster,
no
pal,
boost.
faster!
I got no boost.
This is wonderful! Look at me go!
Second, who's in front? Oh, I see. That's definitely gonna mess me up next time. I'm gonna put some money on it. I'm definitely gonna hit my own booby trap. Like I always do.
One left to go.
Okay, one more lap. See if I can maintain this lead. Oh gosh. I hope I can maintain this lead. Not like last time. Where I got robbed right at the finish. That was crazy. Ooh, that was risky. I didn't actually think about doing that. I just decided at the last minute to do that. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? I'm throwing. Okay, did not hit my own booby trap. That's great news for me. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. W. First place, baby. It's another achievement. Another one for the books. Now we just gotta go get that token and then we'll have the trophy ceremony. The long-awaited trophy ceremony. Quick little selling, and then it's off to the races. One last time. One last time. I'm gonna teach him how to drive a car. If I can actually get to the spot, come on. Single. This one. For the token, for the achievements, for the satisfaction. Here we go.
Let's go!
Is that Grey Hulk? No way. I didn't actually, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that the NPC characters could actually be the alternate versions of themselves. That's kind of cool. Dude. Hitting the walls like a bullet. Okay, my thought is that it's hiding somewhere in this area. So, ooh. Oh my gosh, there it is. Literally, they put in holes in the ground to guide you straight towards it. I'm just too oblivious to see it until now. There we go. Now we just gotta finish the race because it won't save unless we do, so. La-di-dee, la-di-doo. That was kind of sick, but also stupid.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
See, I thought it was gonna be somewhere like over here, you know? Because that shortcut goes away on the third lap. But I stand corrected. Okay, one last lap. Here we go.
One lap left! Hurry!
That's what I just said. Awesome. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I'm actually gonna go this way so you can see it. See, the shortcut went away. Get gone. No shortcut. So I thought it was gonna be there on like the first lap or something like that, you know? Because it's a shortcut on the second lap, and it's the dragon on the last lap, so I thought maybe the code would be there, but turns out it was in plain sight this whole time. I don't know what I was seeing before. I literally thought I saw it in the sky somewhere. And there we have it. Finally did all of the single races. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I guess instead of just doing 9 races, you're doing 27. But feels good to have the battle races over. Those things were a pain, but they're actually better now. I don't know what was happening in that Grand Prix in the last episode. That was just crazy. Because that one just kind of hurt my soul with how bad that went. Let's go look at our trophies. Start all the way over here. Road to nowhere. Got the 1, 2. And 3. All gold. No 2 out of 3 here. This is all first place. It's so beautiful. I forgot about this little animation. We're gonna have to sit through this animation the entire, every single one. Ooh, fireworks though. That's nice. That's different. Unless I was blind before. Probably. Oh, I guess we're doing this one. I really enjoyed the time race. Because the time race is that you're just kind of like, you know, going against yourself and not having to worry about other people trying to interfere with your goings-ons. Wow, such pretty fireworks. I've never seen those before. Alright, let's go back over here. I guess not. The game wants me to look at this one. This one feels good to have done too, because I mean, I like this race. It's not one of my favorites, but it definitely is one of the more iconic ones. So that's interesting, because they put all those textures on his face, and then when you get all 3, it just completely goes away. Seems like kind of a waste. Okay, now I'm gonna try to go over here. Agadabob Raceway. W.
To start a race, drive up to the race portal.
Wow, look at those jets. Well, that one's cool. I like the M on it with the cutout. That's pretty cool. Yes, all this glory, all this for me. Next. I'm gonna go San Francisco. And they did Baymax kind of dirty with that one. I don't remember his eyes being so far apart. Lovely, lovely. Splendid, splendid. We got a few more spoils here. I wonder if you didn't do all the tokens, like let's just say you just did one of them.
Started.
I can't remember from when we just did the Acrobat one that one time, but like, does it go through this whole same animation right here every single time? So that's pretty funny. I feel like right now I just kind of want to like get the trophies. Like I don't need to see the grand celebration every single time. Oh, Dunes of Tatooine. Ba-da! Quick little Selly animation. Same people over and over again. Alright, let's go get that last one. This must be the Sugar Race one. Yeah, Sugar Rush. What an interesting... What's that called? The top piece. Is that like a crown? Medallion thing? I wonder what that has to do with Sugar Rush. Is that like Penelope's logo? Probably. Oh, they're sugar cubes. That's what they are. Duh. W. W. Look at all my trophies. They're glorious. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna just leave it here because this has been it's been a longer one than I anticipated, but I didn't really know how else to break up the segments. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure to keep an eye out for any future content that I put out, and let me know if you want to see any kind of different play sets or anything else you want to see. Peace.